A huge game today against Arsenal so early in the season. We had to win it, and we did just. I'm Lawrence on Liverpool, a brand new Liverpool fan channel. I'm going to be sharing my 5 main talking points from this match. But quickly, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Help me get there. So talking point number 1, and the obvious, Dominik Szoboszlai. Now, he played right back for the first time last week, and I said he did a great job. Apart from one run that he didn't track on Livramento, he looked like he was a complete right back. He was awesome in that match. He was blocking everything. He was shutting down Barnes. He was enormous for us. And in this match, he's kicked on even more. It looks like the best right back in the league suddenly. I don't know how he manages to do it. His work rate, his passion, his drive, his energy means he's all over the pitch when he's playing in the middle and he's that box-to-box runner. Playing on the right, he was up and down there. He was raking passes. He was drifting into midfield when needed. Very, very good. He was already my man of the match before that free kick. And my goodness, how we needed that free kick. And what a strike. We've been told since he joined Liverpool that he has a power strike on him. And we've seen glimpses of it. But I think he's been quite reserved with his shooting, actually. And even with free kicks, you know, when Trent was on the field, he'd be taking those free kicks. I think we've got our new free kick king. That power shot was from 32 yards out, if I'm correct. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, 32 yards out. A 32-yard torpedo with just enough swerve on it. So it hits the inside of the post, knocking it into the goal. It was unsavable. It was high and right in that corner. No way could Raya get to it. A perfect strike just when we needed it most. Superstar Dominik Szoboszlai, thank you very much for your performance as a whole, but also that goal that got us the 3 points because we were not looking like scoring otherwise. Talking point number 2 is Milos Kerkez, who's had a bit of a mixed start to his Liverpool career. He's been bullied a little bit. His strength has not been quite there. His understanding with his teammates has not been quite there. And whilst he's been showing a lot of willingness, a lot of energy, a lot of running, it's kind of been a little bit headless, you would say. Not very impactful either in defence or going forward. In this match, I think he had a very clear remit. Focus only on defence, which actually most of the team had because, you know, we cannot lose to Arsenal, right? It's so important for the title race. We're staying back so much. He had a clear target of shut Noni Madueke out. And my goodness, did he shut him out. He was always on the razor edge, though. You know, Noni Madueke is a very tricky, fast player. Kerkez matched him for pace every single time, managed to get in the last-ditch blocks or tackles or get his body in the way just when needed. That happened multiple times in the first half. In the second half, it continued. Then he had to deal with a very fast 15-year-old in Darwin. Shut him out as well. Kerkez was a warrior today, throwing his body into the mix every single time. I can't even count how many sliding tackles he was making. He worked incredibly hard at shutting the door from any attack that could come down our left-hand side, their right-hand side. I've been waiting for him to arrive as a Liverpool player, and I think he's finally here. It's an obvious comparison to make, but he really is reminding me of a young Andy Robertson. Let's hope he has the kind of impact that Robbo has had for us over his career. Let's go, Kerkez. And talking point number 3, and the last one to do with the defence, Konate is properly back on form, and then he gets injured. Like, I've not been impressed with Konate over pre-season and the first 2 matches. I thought Newcastle, he played a bit better. In the first match, he was lapsing in concentration all over the place. Today, he was sharp. He was on it. He was reading every play and then using his physical prowess, his speed, his power, his size to shut out every opportunity. He did brilliant. He was a proper 10 out of 10 centre-back for most of the game. But then he gets an injury. And this is me harping on about needing to get a centre-back in. At least one, if not 2. I would really like to get 2 in now with Konate injured. I don't know the extent of his injury. I'm even more certain we need 2 centre-backs because whilst Gomez did brilliant when he came on, he was solid, he was conservative, he didn't do anything fancy, he just did all his defending duties properly. Gomez just picks up too many injuries. So let's get Mark Gahey in, and then the question is is Giovanni Leone ready? Is he ready to be a fourth choice centre-back if Gomez is injured? And we're going to talk about this in another video because I've even heard some rumours that Gomez may be going the other way in order to bring Guehi in, and therefore Leone definitely would be our fourth choice. Talking point number 4, and it's about Florian Wirtz. Now, Florian Wirtz has been off the pace in the first 2 matches. He was behind the play every time. He wasn't in position. He was passing the ball too late, holding on to it for too long. He was over-hitting passes, under-hitting passes. He just was not on the same wavelength as his teammates, and it felt like he was struggling to adapt to the physicality and pace of the Premier League. Everything just seemed a little bit too weak, a little bit too slow. Today, he made some improvements. He's not quite there yet. You can see he's got a lot more to do to adapt to the league and his teammates, but he made some improvements, and that was shown by some good tackles in their half of the pitch and then setting off runs. That was shown when he latched onto a ball and had a shot. His reaction time was pretty good. He managed to shift it to his left, strike at Raya, and Gakpo and Ekitike managed to bundle the ball in, only for it to be offside on Gakpo. But that's the kind of impact that Florian Wirtz can have as a central number 10, picking the ball up from mid and being that creative playmaker. I want to see more of it. He just needs to speed up his actions a little bit. He's still overthinking everything, and that's making him be a bit ponderous, really. So I think he'll get there. It's just a bit of teething problems at the beginning, but once again, he had more of an impact this game than he did in the previous 2 combined, I would say, and that is a good sign, right? And talking point number 5, and perhaps the biggest one of all, is today was the chance to make a gap between ourselves and our 2 biggest rivals for the Premier League, Arsenal and Man City. Man City lost. They lost to Brighton, and then Arsenal lost to us. So we have that gap already. Just 3 weeks in, we already have a bit of a safety net against both teams. This is huge. Really, we cannot underestimate how important this is on a mathematical basis. More points is clearly important. On a psychological basis too. Those clubs now are already in chasing mode. And for the Liverpool team and fans, it's cementing our place as the team setting the pace, as the alpha team of the league. Builds confidence, builds almost a little bit of arrogance, a swagger of arrogance, right? Which you need to be champions. You need that. You need that unwavering self-belief. If we had fallen behind or struggled to keep up pace with Arsenal and Man City early on in the season, we may start to feel, too many changes to our team, too much personnel shifting about. We're going to need a year to bed it all in and settle down, and then before we can try and go for the title again. Now, 3 wins on the trot, 2 of them tough opposition, Newcastle and Arsenal, and we have the full 9 points. Whereas our 2 main rivals don't. This is huge for our confidence. And I would say this is our best performance too. Our defense was so solid. I don't think we ever looked like we were in real danger. Now, granted, they didn't look like they were in too much danger either until the free kick. So we have to find the right balance between defense and attack. But we will, Slot will, the teammates will. And I think we've done our chances of retaining the Premier League a huge amount of good. I know it's early days, but every single game counts. And we've made our first 3 definitely count. A few quick other observations. I've seen a few people after the match saying this is why we need Isak. I'm not sure Isak would have made much difference in that game because it's not like we were serving balls into a number 9 and the number 9 wasn't finishing it. It's not like Ekitike had a ton of chances that we were providing him with and he wasn't able to take them. It's that we were not expansive enough in the attack. I'm not sure having Alexander Isak in place of Ekitike would have made much difference, actually. But yeah, we need Isak in for more depth in the number 9 position. But those people I'm seeing saying he would have helped us win the game more comfortably, I'm not sure I'm buying that. And Salah Salah was more off the pace than Wirtz was. I mean, complaining about Wirtz being off the pace, Salah was more off the pace. Usually his first touch is immaculate. I counted at least 3 or 4 times where his first touch ruined the whole momentum for him, especially in and around the box, just gave it away back to the Arsenal defenders. I feel like the whole team is not up to, not even 4th gear, never mind 5th gear. They're sort of cruising around at 3rd gear right now. And whilst you can see that as a negative, hey, come on, get up to speed. We can't afford to let any games go by. The fact we've won 3 games, 2 of them against Newcastle and Arsenal, and we haven't even got out of 3rd gear yet, is hugely positive. So I'm feeling pretty good. The only worry now is Konate's injury. Anyway, let me know what you think. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Once again, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Brand new channel. If you're still watching, you might as well give me a subscribe. And I really appreciate it. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.